Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. We just got ourselves a huge console mod drop in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager, and I think there's a mod here for everyone with some mods that people have been requesting for months now available. So I don't want to waste anyone's time, we'll dive right in first with the Alchemist Class Mod. This actually came out in November, and this is a cool one because it can empower normal throwables in your run, but it also comes with a bunch of different abilities and subclasses, which we'll break down here. There's actually a lot going on with this. Now, one of the things that I think is really interesting is you can actually use an alchemical throw here, which will throw some potions, giving them an extra effect. So like if you have a potion of supreme healing, it'll empower it, making it heal you for more. And what also is cool about this is it comes with 3 different subclasses: the Doctrine of Cruelty, Destruction, and Preservation. So each of these comes with their own unique abilities here. I'll be doing a build on this later today. Let me know which of the subclasses you would like to see in that build. But what's nice about this is you get to choose different formulae. So you got like acid damage, fire damage, there's some healing draughts, needler doing some piercing damage and causing bleed. So this can synergize with a lot of other builds. Pretty cool. You also get discoveries here, which add a bunch of different modifiers. I love subclass mods that add things like this because you get to choose different passives that helps flesh out a character and make them feel a lot more like your own creation, which I think is just awesome. Like adding your intelligence modifier to armor class but not wearing armor and things like that. So very nice. Some of the explosions are quite fun and useful to have. It's not too overpowered. I feel like this is a balanced class. And this mod was made by the Lightkeeper, and they're continuously working on it. There was actually an update 5 hours ago. This is not available on console yet. The version from 190 days ago is the console version, but I know a lot of people really want to see this, and there'll be a build coming later. Let me know which subclass you'd like to see. Next up, we also got the Rogue subclass, the Phantom. This is one that came out in December by Waterwitch83. You may know them for some of their other mods they've created, like the Selune Armory and the Duskblade mod. Surprising, this is not the Duskblade that is on console, but I did do a build on this previously. I think I'll also do a build on this maybe tomorrow. So again, let me know if you'd like to see that. But got some pretty cool abilities here as you continue to level up. You get a cool ability called the Whales of the Grave. So when you do your sneak attack, you can then target another character or enemy that you see and do half the sneak attack damage as necrotic damage to them. This also is a level 17 feature they'll be adding at a future date. So yeah, you can check this out. It has a lot of the different abilities here. Pretty cool subclass. Now, this is another one that I get comments pretty much every couple days, people asking for, with the Cure Wounds 2024 spell update from the Player's Handbook. Massive mod. This is by Traveler's Trinket UK. So this changes the healing, or Cure Wounds, so it changes, updates the healing word from a 1d8 per spell level to 2d8 per spell level, so it massively buffs the amount of healing, and it changes the spell school from Evocation to Abjuration. This is nice. Pretty large buff in the amount of healing you get, but this is from the 2024 Player's Handbook, and it makes it a lot more useful of a spell. And we'll likely see some more Player Handbook 2024 edition mods coming soon because a lot of people are asking for them. And this is, oddly enough, one of the most requested 2024 Player Handbook mods. So we now have this available on console. I know a lot of people will be excited for this. The Infinite Spellcasting mod by SwissFred57. I have offered a kind of workaround because people have been asking for a mod like this for a while. Basically what this does is it recovers every single thing whenever you cast it. There is a way around this though. If you have the Cheater Spell Scroll, and actually there's another mod on this list. So with the Cheater's Restoration, this basically gives it so that you had to finish a long rest. You can also put this on your radial wheel and pop it at any time. What this does is it replenishes all your abilities. It doesn't always replenish everything though, whereas this mod will, and it actually lists out every single thing that it replenishes: side points, key points, sorcery points, warlock spell slots, rage, hit dice, war priest charges, tides of chaos, ritual points, etc. You can check it out for further details, but yeah, that just gives you infinite resources. Now, this is great to see. I'm actually so excited about this. Transmogrify, Fades Equipment Distribution, all in one. There's a lot of items in that. And this mod by Worldwalker Alt, which is the alt account for the creator of the Transmogrify, you can now do Fades Equipment Distribution. There is one thing that I just want to note here, that this only applies to armor currently. The mod doesn't have the capabilities of changing over any type of weapon, so we'll get to that in a moment. But this is great because Phase Equipment Distribution adds over 400 new items into the game, and they're a blast to play with. So I highly recommend grabbing that. And if you want to make your character look different with their armor, you can do that now with the Transmogrify mod. Highly recommend the Transmogrification mod. It's great. Now, what I was speaking about weapons, unfortunately, with the Plasma Weapons Darkh Set, this is also now available on console by Worldwalker Alt. The only thing is, this actually only applies to the armor set, so you can make the dark robes appear over your armor of persistence or whatever you want. Doesn't work on the weapons currently, but maybe we'll see something a little different down the line. Yeah, this just works on armors now currently. Also, this is cool. You've seen this at the beginning of the video, the Phoenix Wings by CryptoHack. This was released July 6th, so this one actually came to console pretty quickly after its launch. they look great. So it's basically just the Phoenix or the Eagle wings here, but instead they got this fiery texture, which looks nice. If you're playing Marvel Rivals, you know Phoenix is in the game now, so this is great for those that want to be able to roleplay as Phoenix. If you're doing an X-Men run, I've actually got a lot of comments, people talking about doing different types of X-Men runs, so this may be good for somewhat of a Phoenix character. So yeah, Phoenix wins. Oh yeah, 600 downloads. I think this deserves a lot more downloads though, because it is such a cool appearance. So yeah. Now, one mod, going from a new mod to an old one, this came out July 13th, 2024. Werewolf Background. This is a cool one. This mod's made by Lost Soul Man. So this is one of the first mods that I actually played around with whenever the official in-game mod manager came. You get this bonus action potion you can drink here, so chug that, and then you get your werewolf form. So shapeshift, werewolf, bonus action, boom, you are now a werewolf. This comes with some different attacks here, like the claw attack, doing a 2d4 plus your strength modifier damage. You can also, you're not proficient in bows, but you have that there. Multi-attack does 3d6, and you can do this per turn, so targets must have less than 60% of its health points to be able to get hit by this. This is pretty cool, and then, yeah, you can always dismiss this at any time as a bonus action. It's not a free action like some others here, so that's pretty cool. I know some people really wanted to see that, and you also have the wolf form that you can transform into, which has damage resistances. The bite does a little bit less damage. And then you also have the exposing bite, which makes it so that the next attack against this target will be a critical hit. You can do this once per short rest. And the inciting howl, which will move an additional 3 meters for everyone on your team. You can do this per battle. So yeah, got a couple different werewolf forms. I think this is pretty cool. People have been asking for something like this, and it's now available on console. There is another werewolf origin mod, but this is just simple because it's a potion. So Werewolf Background by Lost Soul Man. Next we got, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, by Swiss Fred 57. They've been putting out a lot of really great mods. This is an interesting one because there are some ways that we can kind of already do this in the game. So with this mod, you gain a spell to summon 10k weightless gold into the shared party magic pocket. The weightless condition is nice. You can use the spell multiple times, blah, blah, blah. So this, you have to actually remove all the gold if you want to remove this mod from playing, but console does have a lot of issues with removing it. Now, the Cheater Spell Scroll also does something similar, and that's why I always recommend checking these. This will summon 10k gold. What else can I say? It's free money. So you already kind of had this same thing. You get this, it's weightless gold. Yeah, it's, you can, I guess I didn't show there. This is available already in the Cheater Spell Scroll there. So yeah, Cheaters summon gold. You can do that there, much easier. So yeah, this may be for somebody, but if you just want to download the Cheater Spell Scroll, much easier. And next up is the Enemy Health Boost 200% by Wonky Donk or Acrodite. So instead of increasing health by 30% in Tactician, this increases by 200%. Previously, we had the Enemy Health Boost 100%. This is just great. And again, Tactician Enhanced kind of does all of this in one. So you don't have to download this if you already got a different difficulty mod. Download it. Now, this is a cool one. This is actually a mod that was made with a lot of love. The Anticoagulant blood sorcery synergy fix. Anticoagulant. So what this does is the blood sorcery mod, one of my favorites. This was made with a lot of love towards this mod because there's a big issue with the blood sorcery. Anytime you get healed, it removes the bleeding condition, which is required for a lot of the spells, making the blood sorcery mod a little bit difficult to use sometimes, especially if you're healing, because then you're going to take massive amounts of damage. Some of the spells from the blood sorcerer make you take like a ton, like a 4d10 or something of damage, or even higher than that. This is not happening whenever you have the bleeding condition on your character. Again, it's removed really easily. So this now gives a new passive during combat. When bleeding ends, it immediately is reapplied. You can toggle this on or off. So I think this is an awesome fix by Baldur Victrix here. Amazing. I love the blood sorcery mod. It's a fun, high risk, high reward class. Highly recommend checking it out with this mod because this just makes it feel a lot more fun. And next up, we've got the Tydek, a dwarf head for body type 2, made by Undefined Scribble. So this adds this face to the game, and you can see there on a variety of different character models. It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't typically run a dwarf or dwergar. Dwergars are pretty much one of the best races in the game with their invisibility. So yeah, this is now available on console. And we also have Naomi or Gnome. Sorry for that. This is a head for body type 1. So this is another mod by Undefined Scribble. This adds this new head here. So a couple new heads for the short races. People have been asking for these often, and more Gith heads. We didn't get any Gith heads this week. We got one 2 weeks ago. So we'll hopefully see some more heads, especially for body type 2. I know when people have been asking for those, so we'll hopefully see some more. Now this is a cool one, early access outfit for Astarion by Lou Lewis. This restores his outfit to what it looked like in early access. I think it's pretty cool, especially for those that are nostalgic for his early access appearance, so it does what the name implies. And now we got a couple mods for the Nightbringer class mod. If you haven't tried out the Nightbringer already, try it out. You may love it. It's an incredible mod by Dirt6969. I've also posted a build on it. This adds feats to all even levels, all the way up to 20, so you can get extra feats. Some people like these mods. I personally don't use them, but some good feats of taker, like the tough feat, which will give you plus 40 health if you're going up to level 20. Ability score improvements are always nice, alert, etc. And on top of that, we also got the Nightbringer Armor by Dirt6969. So this adds into the game a chest here, the Reliquary of the First Dream. Has an armor here, the Vessel of the First Dream. When you open your heart like a wound, you become vulnerable to all damage types. You get the Nightmare Transformation. The Dream Veil Gloves here, your armor class is reduced by 10. When an ally is attacked, you can use your reaction to activate the Touch of the First Dream. We've shown you this because it is kind of an interesting way of playing it, because you do power yourself up when you're in your form. Each wound is an offering. You will always take an additional 2 force damage, and once per battle, when you get down to 0, you regain 20 health points and summon into the Nightmare Realm for 2 turns. So with this, you got to become the Beacon of the Nightmare. Allies within 24 meters can't be blinded, gain dark vision up to 24 meters. And the thing is, when you can't be blinded, you can actually see in magical dark vision. So that's really cool. You need the deep connection here to go into your nightmare creature form, which is based off the armor and the class itself. This is great. I'm thinking I want to do another Nightbringer class build video with the armor now that's available. So yeah, this is awesome. Now this is cool. The Warlock Enhanced by Captain Main Waring 2. So too much words. Check it out on Nexus Mods. My favorite thing, Hunger Vidar now is upscalable. Same as Hex and Evert's Black Tentacles, making the Warlock much better, because when you have level 5 spell slots, it almost feels like it's a waste to cast it at level 3 Hunger Vidar because it doesn't upcast. So this now works, and at level 12, the Warlock will get 6 level 6 spell slots. So yeah, level 6 Warlock spell slots. I found the leftover developers. There's a bunch of different passives and stuff that are added to the game. There's a lot. I'm not going to drag out this video because there's so much stuff that goes on with this mod. Changes to VFX, bonus damage on certain attacks. There's a lot of cool stuff that I think is great. And also some of the some of the extra spells that you get through the evocations will actually not cost a Warlock spell slot now. I think this kind of makes the Warlock obviously a bit more powerful, but it's a good change, I think. So Warlock Enhanced now available on console. And next up, we got FearTaylor's Dies and the sequel everyone's been waiting for, FearTaylor's Die 2.0. This is a lot to cover. So what this ends up looking like is you got these baskets here with 101 dies. And yeah, you can see them here. The only thing that's a little bit difficult about this is that you can't see what the color is going to be. Like, they all have the similar appearance. So it actually has some really nice colors here that you actually can't find in other mods. So you can see there Shadowheart's outfit is changing to some pretty nifty colors. And what's also nice about this is it works on one of the hardest armors in the game, the Armor of Persistence, which now gets some really nice looking die appearances from this mod. I highly recommend just checking these out on some of your favorite armor pieces and find your new favorite color. Maybe set those into a different pouch so that you can always find it. And you see there, this armor typically doesn't die very well. It always ends up with the dies looking a little bit silver, but something with FearTaylor's dies, they actually look just beautiful. So yeah, that's the Armor Persistence in all its glory, thanks to the FearTaylor's Dies 2.0. Now, this one is for people that want to suffer. Darker Shar Temple by Stanto. Yeah, if you didn't think Shar's Temple was dark enough, you can take this and ruin your eyesight. It makes it a lot darker. I would recommend using the Better Torches mod by CH alongside this. Yeah, it's cool. I like the mods that change the appearances of the game. There's some that I actually really do like. And there's actually a few other darker mods too. But yeah, the Darker Shar Temple. If you didn't think Shar Temple was annoying enough, now you can do it in pure darkness. So yeah. Also, this is a cool one. Tasha's additional wizard spells. So the wizards get access to a lot of spells, but this now enhances it so that at level 3, you can replace one of your cantrips upon level up. And additional wizard spells, you get enhanced ability and speak with dead. So yeah, it's a minor change, but hey, it's something there for wizard enjoyers. And finally, we got the Dress That Devil Turn Into Raphael or Harlep. So this is a mod made by Nick Gima, of course. They make all the mods related to Raphael. And what this does, so you get a very special item in your pouch here, which lets you transform into any of the characters there. So you get an extra pouch with a bunch of piercings in it, and underwear with piercings as well. A lot of different ones there. You get the Crown of Curses, which is pretty nuts. so you can put that on your head there. And it comes with Carcite Binding, Dismiss from Service, Power Word Kill. Then you also get the Ring of Devilish Disguise here, which you can then use to transform yourself into any really devil you want. So you got the Raphael's cambion form, his human form, the horned human form, the humanish form, as seen and defended, then the one with the crown. So you pop this, and then boom, you become, as you see here, pretty cool. So yeah, with this you get some special spells like the Ravaging Inferno, the Igniting Spark, and Dismiss Devilish form. So comes with a variety of different appearances here, which I think are cool. You can also go into some of the other forms, like you can turn into Harlep there, and then there are some armor sets here that come with it. So it's pretty cool. I think this is a nice mod, and those that want to be able to turn themselves into a devil, you now can. So let me know your thoughts on these mods added to console. What one's your favorite and what you'd like to see come next? Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. I've covered every single console mod drop, and I intend to cover every single one of them in the future. So let me know your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button. We'll catch y'all in the next video.